Hey, today's a pretty exciting day. I was actually going to do some other stuff today, but actually the Dynasty Warriors 9 DLC is going to be coming out on the 10th. Lee Diana is going to be decloned with, I believe it's called the Moonspade. And what's interesting about that is the same day that the Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition comes out, so I'll have to put some of my paycheck. Luckily I get paid on the 10th as well, so that won't be a problem. And what's funny is that his voice actor actually voices Yuri Lowell, and I will be playing Vesperia Definitive Edition in Japanese because I put like 200, 300 hours into that game in English, and also they did not bring back Troy Baker for the new content. Basically anything that was not dubbed or localized back when the game first came out. So you're going to be getting a lot of Yuri Lowell on that day, so I figured why don't I do a little bit of a Tales retrospective. This is an NG Plus file. This was like right after I finished my my tag combo run. I thought that was a pretty fun run. A lot of people didn't really watch it. I think they are kind of an acquired taste. It's kind of the same thing over and over. I tried to mix it up with the tag combos and stuff, but I probably could have done it a little better. But I definitely had fun doing it. It gave me a reason to continue playing this game. There's a lot of this game's kind of like Bayonetta 2. It has a lot of like just, I guess you can call them like just blank unlock paths. Like in Bayonetta 2, you unlock everything in the game by the time you finish hard mode. There's absolutely no reason to play on the hardest difficulty unless you just really hate yourself, because in that game the humanoid bosses are just a nightmare. Here, you go through that whole long final dungeon to get the final Mystic Art or Hyogi, and then you can't carry it over without a trainer, which I think is incredibly stupid, so I kind of lost interest. But we're going to go ahead and probably do a couple battles here. I think the thing I disliked this game the most was not the battle system. I know the battle system was kind of polarizing. It's definitely very butt-mashing friendly, especially with Velvet, although that's not really anything exclusive to Velvet. I think people I think people also forget that you know, pretty much every Tales protagonist is always like really easy. You're almost always the best characters in the game. My biggest problem with this game was the just the lack of like fast ways to traverse. It takes a really long time to go anywhere in this game. When you get the bootleg Marty McFly hoverboard, it's like you're already like halfway through the game, and it goes pretty painfully slow. I actually liked this game a lot more once I had the triple speed cheat. Which shouldn't even be a cheat, really. It should be something that the game should just come with. I think the battle system's pretty fun. It was kind of nice for them to change things up as much as they did, while still keeping things, you know, relatively familiar. This is the first time we haven't really had a real LMVS. Like, you can actually move around as much as you want. See if I got any new moves. Grade shop in this game is really weird. Like, you get like certain things that you can carry over, but then there's other stuff that you never get to carry over at all. So you spend like a lot of time just getting all your stuff back. I'm not sure if that was done to kind of encourage like microtransactions or what, but it feels really weird that you can't just like do what you want. actually like this system. I thought it's pretty interesting, all things considered. Like, you actually had more control over the moveset. One of the biggest complaints about Berseria was how everything was canned. Everything was basically just a can combo, and you only had some very limited ways to change things. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get to the edgelord part so I get my break soul. Also, this is a really great PC port. I had no problems with this at all. The only problem was a universal bug with the ally AI, which took them a while to fix. Like, in retrospect, it's pretty crazy this game did as well for me as it did, because I was at a pretty massive disadvantage for playing this on PC. I think it took them like 4 or 5 days to fix the AI bug. I actually resorted to using my other controller and my fight stick to fix the AI. That was the only way I could play this game like on par with a console player. But this is a pretty good port. I have it running at like 1440p on max settings right now, and it's not dropping any frames at all. So I have high hopes that the Berseria one will be just as good. Yeah, I'd be panting too if I was running at triple run speed. I think pretty much everybody else that did solo runs on this on PC probably did the same thing. It's interesting that you have like Dynasty Warriors 9, which is like, you know, once you get a bunch of fast travel points and you unlock all the hideaways, you barely have to interact with the open world at all. And then once you max out the horse, you can pretty much get to any point really quickly. And then in this game, without the cheat engine mod to increase your run speed, it just takes forever to do anything. I was actually looking for a way to automatically skip the cutscenes, and you do that with R1 and X. And I didn't know that the first 2 times I played this. And basically I found it on some Steam forum post about someone complaining about how slow it was. Pacing in this game is very odd. The battles are like lightning fast, but the actual like controlling the character in the field is like really slow. Tales games in general have they've been kind of like the Muso games. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Like the Tales of Xillia games, like you had to do like literally everything in the game before you could actually have fun with New Game Plus. I like how this game was not designed like that, but at the same time there's a lot of things you just can't carry over for no real reason. So it feels like kind of a step backwards. Much like Dynasty Warriors, you know, the developers have been struggling behind trying to change a tried and true formula with new stuff, and then like actually keeping the good things that work. And definitely one of those problems has been the grade shop system. The quality of the grade shop, like it changes like every game pretty much. We haven't heard anything about the next mainline Tales game, but hopefully it'll be better.
Yes.
Pretty crazy that you make you grind like crazy to get through the great shop in this, like the final dungeon, and you can't even carry any of that stuff over. Alright, so this is the move that gives you the OTG, so you always want that on. Alright, it's gonna be time to fight Bootleg Flynn coming up here. You can see how fast you can actually get through like all the talking and stuff if you've already played the game before. But then when you actually like getting to the battles and stuff, it's just crazy how long it takes for anything to actually happen. Game feels like a shonen anime in that regard. It's like when something's actually supposed to happen, it'll go really quickly, but before you get to that point, you're just stuck waiting. I think they hired like a new director for the Tales game, so I'm curious to see what will happen. I don't remember where to go. See all the saves I made for that that tag combo run. I had a lot of fun doing that. I didn't really run into too many roadblocks. It was mostly just the final boss was difficult.
準備はいいわね。呪い、そこよ。来ません、そこよ。呪い、熱光人、龍神楽。
Like I said, this battle system was definitely pretty polarizing for a lot of the hardcore fans. It definitely is butt mashing friendly, but I think the characters are very responsive. Kind of does feel a little bit like Dynasty Warriors 9, where it's like they made the character more responsive, and it may not be for everybody. I definitely like it though. Feels like kind of like closer to a character action game now.
Shoot.
Apparently, Tales of the Rays, as much as I despise mobile games, actually looks pretty cool, but I kind of lost interest when I actually do have a cheap smartphone now I bought for like $90 about a year ago, and it ran the English version at like 5 frames per second. I deleted that game before I even got out of the tutorial, and then that ended up being a blessing in disguise because they shut the game down like a couple months after. They didn't even like attempt to make that game work. As someone who's played far in MMOs and stuff in the past, I really don't want to deal with all the markup and everything and learning where everything is. It does look like a fun game though. It just feels like it would be better. I don't understand why they haven't like ported it to the console or something. Seems like the perfect kind of game for that when you think about it. They could easily put that on like the Switch or something. But alas, it's not meant to be. Actually... Alright, so Bootleg Flynn is the next fight, if I remember correctly. Yeah, here he is. Bootleg Flynn is showing up again to celebrate the Vesperia remaster in a couple days. Edgy stuff intensifies. That's all the beginning of this game is, just edge, edge, edge.
熱光陣そこだ食らい尽くす熱光陣影すばるそこだ食らい尽くす熱光陣熱光陣とどめバランスプライドそこだ食らい尽くす空破絶衝撃そこよ呪い
Yeah, so if you have like 10x experience and then the thing that makes you learn the moves faster, you get them all back pretty quickly, but it just gives you the question of like, why can't you just carry them over completely? It's very odd. I think you get them all back if you have like 10x experience on and you're playing on Chaos. I think you get them all back in like the first few hours. Alright, I got Soaring Dragon. That's always a good one to have on. Oh, and Gonzan Masaijin. That's also a good one. Classic Tails move. Been around since, I believe, Tails the Abyss. Luke had it as one of his main moves. Most of Velvet's moveset is actually unique. It's just she has a couple of like classic Tails moves kind of cater to her fighting style. Like most Tails protagonists, they usually have a couple new moves, but they always have some legacy ones so that people have some familiarity with them already. I've always grown tired of people complaining about the Tails characters, the protagonists being broken. People don't seem to realize like they need to be broken, at least easy to use. Because these games actually do require manual dexterity. You know, in a turn-based game or something, it's easier to get away with having more non-conventional protagonists in the way they fight. But in a real-time game like this, it definitely does help to, you know, make it so that people can just play as the main character only if they want. I thought the balance in this game is actually pretty good. Definitely a lot better than stuff like Xillia 2. The balance in that game was heavily favored toward the protagonist. Got the theme from Destiny Remake playing because I have the Rudy costume on. It's pretty cool. I actually have some videos of that on here from like way back when. I definitely thought the equipment system was definitely one of the weaker parts of this game. It made, like, no sense. Felt like one of those things they just kind of added to have, like, the bullet point on the back of the box and on the marketing, but it wasn't anywhere near as well designed or fleshed out as it should have been. Hopefully they'll take some of these good ideas, like the equipment system and having the, this thing here, which is kind of like the Arts Ball, but basically just lets you do things on command. This is one of the big improvements from Zestiria, where you had nothing of the sort like that. You know, take some of those things, improve the grade shop. Definitely would help things quite a bit, but who knows what's going to happen. They've definitely slowed down with Tales games, and I definitely think it helped with this game's quality, but this game's still got quite a few faults. The backlash from Zestiria was enormous. They were putting a Tales game out like every year for a while, and then they kind of stopped. They knew the quality was diminishing. I still think Xillia 2 is like the best modern battle system they've made besides Vesperia, of course. But the battle system in that definitely did kind of devolve to just hold down the power charge and then do combos. There wasn't really a whole lot else to it. But it was still a really well-rounded battle system since it had TP and the AC system, which was the best version of CC.
僕は私も違うぞパパとかもそう普通の
I thought CC when they first started incorporating CC into the battle systems, that was definitely one of the better things they've come up with. But especially in games like Destiny Remake and Graces, it took way too long to come back. So I spent a lot of time waiting. Fortunately, I cannot do tag combos until I get way farther in the game, and with Vesperia dropping very soon, it's not something I'll be doing right now, but it's just something for a little fun, a little change of pace today. So I got the Luger outfit. Of course, I still had to watch this tutorial. Of course, Velvet, being the edgelord she is, can no longer taste anything except the blood of her foes. Sounds like DeviantArt, like Sonic OC backstory. Fortunately, it's true. Makuro is my second favorite character in this game. I like playing as Aizen as well. It's kind of fun to chain together the OTG burst souls. I thought the English voice acting in this game was really good too. You know, it's pretty standard, like, Weeb Fair to never even bother with the English voice acting, but they always get the best voice actors for Tales games. I think that's one of the more underappreciated parts of the localizations. Like, stuff like Tales of the Abyss and, like, Legendia, those are, like, some of the first, like, PS2 era, like, JRPGs that had really good voice acting. It's a shame they couldn't get Troy Baker back for Yuri. I definitely would have played through the game again in English. But apparently they didn't even bother to ask him if he wanted to come back. He said he was never contacted. Which is probably business speak for, we don't want to pay for you anymore because you're a big actor now. Obviously he's in, like, AAA you know, super mainstream games now, like The Last of Us and things like that, so I guess his salary is probably a lot more. But from what he said on Twitter, it seems like he probably would have come back regardless of whatever they would pay him if given the option, but they just didn't bother and they hired a satellite. He has a pretty distinct voice, so I'm not sure what the quality of that sounded like is going to be. I guess we'll find out pretty soon, later this week actually. The only problem I had with playing Rokuro when I was doing that challenge run was that, like, his counter doesn't always put them in hit stun. It's, like, mostly random. So, you couldn't really always get the satisfying punish that you thought you earned for actually landing the counter. I don't think there was ever any kind of mod to fix that either. I think it was just like, it's always been like that. Alright, I'm gonna fight the lizard man here, and then that'll be the end of the video for today. So I'm not gonna be playing through the whole game again, it's gonna just want to play this again for fun. It's a good stop Yeah, I got Hiten Shoku. It's always a good move to have. Allows her to kind of dash around the battlefield a little better. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stop there. If you guys want to see some more gameplay of this, even though I covered like every facet of this game back when it came out, just for fun, you can go ahead and let me know. I might do like one or two more of these while I wait for Vesperia to drop. Like I said, I actually got some Christmas money, so I went ahead and got the Switch version as well. I think the thing with the PC version is we don't know if it's going to be a good port. Obviously, the Zestiria port was pretty shitty because it was locked at 30 FPS. You actually have to use a fan mod to get it running at 60, and there's a bunch of other problems with it as well that they never fixed. But this came out working pretty damn well out of the gate. There was that one AI bug that you could circumvent by plugging in multiple controllers, but they fixed that relatively quickly. I believe it was in like the launch week or something. So I assume it would be a good port, but in terms of like mods and stuff, which is what I'm more interested in because I played pretty much every facet of Tales of Vesperia in general, aside from the new content, it will probably take a while for that stuff to come out, so I may just play on the Switch version for a while. We'll see what happens. I mean, the game might also have some random issues as well. This is definitely the best like Tales game on Steam in terms of the port quality. Whether you like the gameplay or the battle system or not is subjective. A lot of people really didn't like this battle system, but in terms of just having the game turn on and work, they really only had that one major issue, which was the AI bug where they didn't work properly unless you did that like kind of a soft fix or manual fix. But other than that, I had no problems with this port at all, so it gives me high hopes. So I will be doing a port review for both versions of the game as soon as possible. I pre-ordered my PC version from CD Keys, so I don't know when I will get that. I've never actually bought anything from them before. They said I could get it on or before the release date, so it may not be right away. In terms of the Switch version, I live a couple blocks away, about 1.5 miles away from a GameStop, so that's mostly just a matter of me just walking over there and getting it. So you will get your Switch port review pretty much the morning that it comes out, maybe around the afternoon, since it does take about an hour to go there and back. And then the PC one is kind of, it's up for grabs right now, I'm not exactly sure. So let me know if you guys want to see more little retrospectives like this. I'm not sure if my HDMI splitter is still working to stretch HDCP from my PS3, so I don't know if I can do the Tales games on there, but I can do this for now, so let me know. Thanks for watching. Peace.